Ladies and gentlemen, greetings to you all. I trust that you and your families are safe and well during these trying times. And I'm very grateful for this opportunity to address the scientific research community of the Ocean Frontier Institute through this virtual conference. For as you well know, we are fast approaching the commencement of the UN Decade of Ocean Science. My daily mantra is no healthy planet without a healthy ocean. These are not idle words. I see them as the environmental and human imperative of our times, and they emanate from the global spirit of the 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda, which was universally adopted by member states of the United Nations back in 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, the ocean's health is currently caught in a cycle of decline, with the chief cause of that condition being the activities of humankind. To reverse that decline, there is much to be done in the fields of policy, law, and governance. But to get that right, we have to base our decisions upon sound earth and marine science. At present, about 90% of ocean science remains unknown, which is the main reason why we have been diligently preparing ourselves for the UN Decade of Ocean Science. The decade gives us a unique opportunity to obtain the science we need for the ocean we want. My role as Special Envoy is to lead the global drive for the implementation of Sustainable Development Goal 14, to conserve and sustainably manage the ocean's resources. Considering the ocean hosts the majority of life on this planet, SDG 14's attainment is fundamental for us all. And the UN Decade of Ocean Science is what will give SDG 14 the firm foundations it needs to succeed. The Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission, IOC UNESCO, has done a great job in recent years, assembling regional meetings around the world to plan the activities and organization of the decade. In that regard, I thank those of you involved in hosting the North Atlantic meeting for this purpose in Halifax, Nova Scotia. New knowledge generated by the Decade of Ocean Science will strengthen the science policy interface. It will generate evidence to inform subnational, national, and regional policy frameworks, and it will have particular relevance for the intergovernmental processes, such as the World Ocean Assessment, IPBES, and IPCC. And we should always be aware that the Decade of Ocean Science will be carried out in parallel with a number of other important UN initiatives, including the UN Decade of Action for the SDGs and the UN Decade of Ecosystem Restoration. Taken together with the 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda and the Paris Climate Agreement, these decadal initiatives present a comprehensive UN game plan for us to succeed in overcoming the great challenges facing our world today. Working together in fidelity to that game plan, I'm confident that over the next 10 years we will overcome. With a universal UN voice, spreading that message of hope and determination by providing the realistic, science-based solutions that will incite action to achieve sustainable change, we will finally find that the world is indeed fulfilling the objectives of the 2030 Agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you know the timing of the next UN Ocean Conference, which is going to be held in Lisbon, Portugal, has been postponed until 2021, with confirmed dates to be announced once the course of the COVID pandemic is clearer. In the meantime, step-by-step preparations for the conference are proceeding, and there are many things about it which are already certain. One is that science, innovation, partnerships, and solutions will be infused into the work of the conference. This is guaranteed, as the UN member states in their wisdom decided as such in designating the conference theme. I look forward next year in Lisbon to meeting up both in person and virtually with members of the Ocean Frontier Institute. Ladies and gentlemen, without doubt the decade relies most heavily on the scientific community to produce the goods. But also paramount is the ethos of partnership, which not just the decade but the whole UN system is embracing. These are the times when philanthropies and universities and NGOs and international organizations and the private sector should be entering the arena to form the partnerships of endeavor and action required to meet the great challenges of the 21st century. I've mentioned these before, and I'm referring, of course, to the loss of biodiversity, the decline of the ocean's health, and the looming climate crisis. The race to a carbon-neutral world by 2050 is on. Since we desire security for our children and grandchildren, it is a race we must win. Your assistance in the development of blue papers for Canada's sustainable blue economy and carbon neutrality strategies is a positive contribution towards our winning that race, and I commend your efforts. So I'll conclude by urging you to go the extra yard in the cause of a blue-green future and to winning the race to carbon neutrality by 2050. Thank you for your kind attention to my words today. I wish you a productive session, and I look forward to learning about its outcomes.